Morning, juniors. Shop teacher Chief here. Just going over some fundamentals. Want to sort of continue our series on radio line development. Our project is going very well as it develops along. It's progressing. We've been making frustrations of a cone yesterday, doing layout with math, geometry, radio line development. All those techniques and knowledge are essential for a sheet metal worker as a fabricator. I've got some basic fundamental tools here laid out on the paper. As we've been talking yesterday, most important thing for radio line development is a compass. The compass in mathematics is nothing more than drawing radius lines, curved lines, circles on paper. And if you transfer that thought process into a set of wing dividers or a set of wing dividers with soapstone, if you're using steel plate or concrete, it's the same concept. We happen to modify a set of wing dividers with a pencil on it for instructional purposes here, but wing dividers are essential for a sheet metal worker, essential for a fabricator whenever you're doing radio line development. So I'll set that aside. These are trammel points. Trammel points are nothing more than a large set of wing dividers. If you're doing larger circumference, larger radius, so you'll see that terminology in the industry. In our shop, we have them here, and those are called trammel points, just for making larger circles that the wing dividers are unable to do. So I'll set that aside. Tape measure is essential. Tool that a craftsman and woman will use every single day while they're building sheet metal work, pipe fitting, welding, fabricating, you name it. The essential tool for us is our tape measure, and the lowest common denominator is a 1/16 of an inch in our building trades. So we'll just set that aside for a moment. Obviously a right angle square. We've got our steel squares down below for straight edges. We have a protractor. Protractors come in different forms. This is the old-fashioned protractor used in mathematics on a piece of paper. Here's a protractor that used for measuring angles in the field. So once again, a tool for a sheet metal worker is a protractor, and we will use that in this layout. Obviously a Sharpie, a set of scissors for doing your template. Here we have a prick punch, and we have an awl, or a scribe. We know that we don't use the scribe as a prick punch because you'll ruin the tip of this. So a prick punch is for making indentation in your sheet metal, and the awl or the scribe is for making your lines into sheet metal. So with that said, we've been progressing very well on this project, and I want to make and lay out a roof cap, so a chimney roof cap. And there's a fundamental cone layout on it. Pretty straightforward, a little bit of math, a little bit of geometry again, as we do in sheet metal. So the first thing I want to do is I want to set my dividers for 6 inches, because we're going to make a 12-inch roof cap. So I set that for 6 inches. Set my steel square back here, come over. Draw a 12-inch circle. There's my center. For instructional purposes, I'll take my Sharpie so you folks can see this. There's my outline of my 12-inch circle. There's my center. Going to take my steel square. Going to divide that circle right in half. We'll go vertical. Make it easier. So now I know I have 6 inches and 6 inches. I've got an even divided circle. At this point, I want to take my wing dividers, if you will, and I want to step this line out 3 equal parts. So I'm going to set my dividers once, twice, 3 times. Back off just a little bit. This will take several attempts. Be patient. 2, 3. So at that point, I want to make a line. That's my first step out, my second step out, and my third step out. I have now divided that line into 3 equal parts. I still keep the dividers at the same dimension. Go back to my base right here. Come over to the left or to the right, your preference, and scribe a line. As I scribe a line, bring my square in here, my steel straight edge. Bring a line up here, connect it. And then at this point, there's a little sort of pie-shaped section that we will remove. So I want to remove that. So when we remove that, that'll allow us to bring our roof cap together underneath each other, and you'll have a 30-degree angle on a roof cap. So with that said, if I cut that out, it'll look just like this. I'll bring it in. I overlap that here 1 inch, and I've got my roof cap at 30-degree angle. So that's what you need to make in your layout. It's simple. Looks like a little slice of pizza with a pie cut out. So you'll make this, and eventually we'll transfer our template onto sheet metal, and then we'll go into layout our brackets on the inside. It's 120 degrees, goes into 360 3 equal times. So we'll do that. So I wanted to do another layout with you folks to where you can indicate where your brackets go. So once again, I know that I've got my dividers set. Do a quick layout here, 6 inches. It's gonna get a 12-inch circle here. I know I'm going to split the line right in half like we did before. I'll start right there for instructional purposes. Once again, I'll get my Sharpie going so you can actually see on the video what I'm doing. I've got a straight line right here that goes to the center of my 6 inches. And we know at this point, this is leg number 1. There's a couple of ways we can do this. You can do this with a protractor. We know that 120 degrees goes into 360 3 equal times. So we can lay that out with a protractor, or we can take a set of wing dividers we were talking about. We can set that and step that out. Got to move it a few times, step it out 3 equal times, and you can get 3 equal legs. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna move this. It'll take a few attempts. Be patient. Don't be like a doctor, a retired doctor that has no patience. 2, 3. So at this point, I make a mark. I'll use my Sharpie for instructional purposes right here. I'll come from here. That's my second leg. Come over. There's my third leg right there. So I have leg number 1, leg number 2, leg number 3. We know that we're going to connect our dots. Come into the center. And that's 120 degrees divided into 360 3 equal times. So now we've got 3 equal pieces of pie, if you will. I'm going to come in 2 inches. Come in 2 inches. And these are where our brackets will be mounted. We'll spot rivet those in. So right there is where our bracket will be mounted. So you'll get 3 equal spaces. We'll fabricate and lay out our simple brackets, and then we'll put those together. So juniors, I I hope this instruction is helpful in laying out a roof cap. Roof caps are essential in the sheet metal trade. It's an essential part of this project that we're doing. Some math involved, geometry, layout, and then transferring your template over to your sheet metal and then cutting it out. And that will be our next phase of our series here. Okay, juniors, I'll see you in a little while. Good to talk to you. You're doing well. You're a brilliant class, and we'll keep on driving forward. All right, juniors, over and out. Bye.